Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 20th November 2020, and right now I am with the 10th Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is Physics 5054. And today we are going to work on the topic of electromagnetic spectrum. I have selected a worksheet. Let me show you that. So I have selected a worksheet. The name of the topic is electromagnetic spectrum. This worksheet I have taken from a website. The name of the website is savemyexam.co.uk, and there are 31, I think 26, I think MCQs there. So let's start. Microwaves are used to transmit television signals to and from a satellite. Which statement about microwaves is correct? They have a longer wavelength than radio waves. That's wrong. They have shorter wavelength than the radio waves. They penetrate the atmosphere without significant loss of energy. That is the main reason why we use microwaves for the satellite television. They travel much faster than radio waves in a vacuum. That's wrong. They warm the satellite and stop it freezing. That's wrong. So the best answer is they penetrate the atmosphere without significant loss of energy. This is the main reason why we use microwaves for the satellite television, because they can pass through the atmosphere without significant loss of energy. So the right answer will be B. B will be the right answer. You understand?
Yes, sir.
On your screen, we have next question. Where are gamma rays used? In fluorescent tubes? No. In killing cancerous cells? That is true. In prenatal scanning? No. In sunbeds? No. The gamma rays are used in killing the cancerous cells. So B is the choice. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Which component of the electromagnetic spectrum is used for television transmission from satellites? Famous. Microwaves are used
Microwave.
for, yes, microwaves are used for satellite television. Microwaves. So the answer is A. Which statement is correct? Gamma rays have a longer wavelength than the ultraviolet wave. That's wrong. Infrared waves have a lower frequency than the radio waves. That is also wrong. If you remember that list, Ronald McDonald is very ugly except Gary. Microwaves have a longer wavelength than visible light. That is right. That is right. Microwaves have longer wavelength than visible light. The C is right. X-rays have a higher speed in air than the visible light. That is wrong. They all have the same speed in the air. So C looks the best answer. Microwaves have longer wavelength. Microwaves have a longer wavelength than the visible light. That is true. Ronald McDonald is very ugly except Gary. If you remember this code, you know the micro comes first. That's why it has a longer wavelength. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Question number 5. Which application uses microwaves? Detecting small cracks in the metals? No. Gaining a suntan? No. Lighting a fluorescent tube? No. Satellite television? So what's the choice? What is
Satellite television.
D? Is the satellite television. D is the right option. Which wave property has the same value for all X-rays traveling in air? They all will have the same speed. All electromagnetic waves, when they travel through air, their speed will be same. So they will have the same speed. So the choice is C. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are moving to the next. Question number 7 is on your screen. The table lists the main components of the electromagnetic spectrum and their approximate frequency range. Gamma rays, their frequency range is given. X-rays, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared, microwaves, radio waves. Which range of frequency can be used to detect cracks inside a block of metal? For this purpose, we use X-rays. X-rays are used to find out the cracks in the in a metal block of metal. Okay.
तो सर बस हम इसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी बता देंगे एक्सरेज की.
The frequency is already given. You don't have to memorize it.
नहीं मतलब जो ऑप्शंस में दिया हुआ
So,
उनमें से जो एक्सरे की है वो कर दें. ठीक.
Yeah. So D is the option. D looks the right option. 18 to 22. Yeah, that. So D is the right option.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The speed of a radio wave, radio station transmits waves with the wavelength lambda. What is the frequency of the transmission? You know, let me show you this. What is the frequency of the transmission? Okay, let me show you. You know, what is the frequency? E equals to F lambda. That is the famous formula. Okay. So frequency will be equals to P divided by lambda. Okay. The speed of the electromagnetic spectrum, electromagnetic waves, is equals to the speed of light. And that speed is denoted by C, 3 × 8 meters per second. So the speed can be represented with the C and divided by lambda. So it will be C by lambda. It will be C by lambda. Let me show you. So what is the choice?
Sir, C क्या था?
Speed of light, speed of the electromagnetic wave.
Okay, sir.
So C by lambda. So what is the choice?
A.
A is the choice. Below are 4 statements about the uses of electromagnetic radiation. Gamma rays are used in medical treatment. That's true. Infrared waves are used in the sunbeds. That's wrong. Microwaves are used in a satellite television. That is right. So 2 are right. Okay. X-rays are used in the intruder alarm. That's wrong. How many of these statements are correct? Only 2 statements are correct. Gamma rays are used in the medical. That is true. And the microwaves are used in the satellite television. That is true. So only 2 statements are right. So the choice is B. You understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next question on your screen, which device use ultraviolet radiation? UV light. Ultraviolet radiation is used in the sunbed.
Sunbed?
Ultraviolet, yeah. Ultraviolet radiation is used in the sunbeds. So it's simple. So D is the right answer. Red and violet are the colors at the ends of the visible spectrum. How do the frequencies and the wavelength of these colors compare? The higher frequency is talking about two colors, red and violet. You remember that code word Roy G. Biv? Remember this code word? The code word is Roy G. Biv. So, okay, Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So, as you go down in this list, the frequency will increase and the wavelength will decrease. So the higher frequency, the violet will have the higher frequency, and the longer wavelength, red will have the longer wavelength. So it looks that C is the choice. What do you say?
Ji, sir.
C is the choice. Which statement about red light and blue light is correct? Red light has, again, you can use that code word, Roy G. Biv. Red light has a higher frequency than the blue light. That's wrong. Red light has a longer wavelength than the blue light. That is true. Red light has the same speed in glass as the blue light. In glass, they will have different speeds. Red light is refracted by a glass prism more than the blue light. That is wrong. So the correct answer is red light has a longer wavelength than the blue light. And all the time you should remember that this is the term. Okay? That code word you should remember, Roy G. Biv. Which application may use the part of the electromagnetic spectrum called microwaves? The microwaves are used in the microwave ovens and for the satellite television. So, cooking vegetables. That's right. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how do the speed and the wavelength of red light in air compares with the speed and the wavelength of the violet light in air? Their speed will be same. They will have the same speed in air. Red and the violet, they both will have the same speed in air. That's the property of the electromagnetic spectrum. In air, they all have the same speed. But the wavelength of the red will be greater. So the choice is
C.
C is the choice. This is the choice. C. The diagram shows the main sections of electromagnetic spectrum in order of increasing frequency. Some of the sections are labeled. The section R has a frequency just below that of the light. Which application uses the section R? Okay. You see, these are rates. So if you remember, Ronald McDonald is very ugly except Gary. Radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays. So R here is standing for the infrared. And the infrared is used in the remote controller, television remote controller. So D will be the right choice. So the right choice will be D. The right choice will be D. Do you understand?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. A hospital needs to sterilize medical equipment. Which electromagnetic wave could be used? For sterilizing the equipments, I told you,
Ultraviolet.
ultraviolet, UV light, ultraviolet. They kill the bacteria and germs. So the UV light should be used. Which pair of emissions travels with the same speed in air? Alpha particles and gamma rays. Alpha particle is not part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Gamma rays and infrared waves. Yes, that's true. They both are the part of the electromagnetic spectrum. So this is the choice. I by mistake highlighted all of them, but B is the right choice. The infrared waves, they travel with the speed of light in air. So gamma and infrared both are the part of the electromagnetic spectrum, so they will have the same speed in air. So B is the right choice. When white light is dispersed by a prism compared with the blue light, the red light is, if you remember, when the white light passes through the prism, we get a color band when the light emerges from the prism. And on the top, we always get red, then orange, then yellow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, brighty pink. So the red in the prism slows down less compared with the blue light. You have to compare with the blue light, the red light. It slows down less and it refracted less. It slows down less and is refracted less.
Sir, slow down less से मतलब
There is the red is on the top, na, in that color of bands, and that because it bends less. The one thing which you can see from that band is the red has bended less. It has refracted less. The refraction takes place because of the change in the speed. So because it refracts less, from there we know it's slowed down less in the prism. A
okay,
is the
sir.
choice as compared to the blue light. The next question. Which color, red or blue, has the higher frequency and which has the longer wavelength? Higher frequency. Higher frequency, remember that code word, Roy G. Biv. The blue will have the higher frequency. As you go down in that list, the frequency increases. And as you go down in that list, the wavelength decreases. Because the blue is below the red, so the blue will have higher frequency and the red will have longer wavelength. So higher frequency blue and the longer wavelength red. So it looks E is the right choice. E is the right choice. Which type of wave is used to send? Which type of wave is used to send telephone signals to and from a satellite? From a satellite. Simple. It will be microwaves. So which diagram correctly shows the dispersion of white light by a glass prism? Okay. Which diagram correctly shows the dispersion of white light by a glass prism? When the white light enters into the prism, the first phase of the prism, where the light enters into the prism, at that very boundary, the light should split into its colors. So these two cannot be the answer. The A and the B cannot be the answer. White light enters the prism. At this phase, it should split into its colors. Okay, so C and D can be the answer. But the right one is C, because you know the order of the colors is Roy G. Piv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So C is the right answer. C is the right answer. Do you understand? Hello? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Which does not normally use infrared radiation? Which does not normally use infrared radiation? Which does not? He's saying which does not use infrared radiation. Electric grill, it uses infrared. Intruder alarm, it uses infrared. Television remote controller, it uses infrared. Sunbed, oh yes, sunbed uses UV light. So the right answer is D. G is trying to trick you. Understand?
Yes, sir.
You see, we have to reduce the size. Light rays are deviated by a prism. The deviation angle D is measured for light rays of different frequencies, including the blue light and the red light. Which graph is correct? Okay. So on the graph, if you look at carefully, the graphs which he has given us, these are the graphs. If you look at these graphs carefully, on the x-axis the frequency is given, and on the y-axis the angle of deviation is given. How much angle the light is bended. The angle of deviation is given on the y-axis, and on the x-axis the frequency is given. The four graphs are given, and two colors are given, the blue and the red. And it's a fact, we know that the blue has higher frequency than the red. The blue has more frequency than the red. So on the x-axis, the blue should have more value than the red, because the frequency of the blue is more than the red. And the blue also bends more than the red. If you remember that the order of that band of colors, that is Roy G. Piv, red, orange, yellow, green, and then blue. So the blue bends more as compared to the red. So on the y-axis, the blue value should be also larger. The value for the x-axis for the blue should be more than the red, and the value on the y-axis for the blue should be more than the value for the red. So D looks the right answer. It's a little tricky diagram. So D is the right answer. Do you really
सर ये
understand?
जो y एक्सिस पे d है वो क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं डिस्टेंस
On the y-axis, the D represents the angle of deviation. Let me show you. You see, the D represents the angle of deviation. How much angle was something deviated? The blue deviates more as compared to red. Do you understand this?
यस सर
Okay. Okay. So here we go. Question number 24. Which wave is part of the electromagnetic spectrum? So electromagnetic spectrum, they all are transverse wave, and they all travel with the speed of light. So their speed should be the speed of light, and they should be transverse. The speed of light is 3 expo 8 meter per second. So clearly the choice is D. The choice is D. Okay? Which statement is true for all electromagnetic waves? They are longitudinal. They can be seen. That's wrong. That's wrong. The A is wrong. The B is wrong. They have the same frequency there. That is wrong. They travel at the same speed in the vacuum. That is right. So D is the right answer. So D is the right answer. They all travel in the same speed in the vacuum. The diagram shows the spectrum produced when the white light is dispersed by a glass prism. What are the numbered visible colors? At 1 it should be red. At 1 it should be red. Roy G. Biv. At 2nd it should be orange. And at 3rd it should be red, orange, yellow, green. It should be green. And number 4 should be blue. So C is the choice. C is the right choice. Do you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it. We have 26 questions in this worksheet. So, dear students, we are done with this worksheet. There were 26 questions on electromagnetic spectrum. We have done all those 26 MCQs, and the time for this lesson is also about to over. So, my name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 20th November 2020. The day is Friday. I was with the 10 Cambridge class, and we did this MCQ worksheet on electromagnetic spectrum. This MCQ worksheet I have taken from the a website. The name of the website is savemyexam.co.uk. So thank you very much, G. Have a good day. Okay. I hope that this is very useful to you. So thank you very much and have a good day. God bless you all. Have a good day.